Hi students, today we start with acceleration in motion in one dimension. Acceleration, generally accelerator, this term you very well know. In your vehicles, in your cars, there is a accelerator. When you pushes it down, car speed rises up. Similarly, in your bikes, if you turn the accelerator rotor, then the bike speed will be rises up. That means here the accelerator causes the speed to increase. Then here what is acceleration? Acceleration is denoted with a letter A. Acceleration is defined as ratio between change in velocity. There should be velocity change with respect to time, which can be defined as it is the ratio between change in velocity and time, or we can say as time rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. Okay, so when there is a change in velocity, there is acceleration. Let us consider an example taking x-axis. Let it be as origin. Here are the positions. So this is 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter. This is 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, intervals like that. Then here what we discuss, velocity from 1 second to 2 second. Body started from origin. This is 0 second, it started from origin and position is 0 meters. Now here body started at origin and during 1 second reaches 1 meter. After 2 seconds reaches 2 meter. After 3 seconds reaches 3 meter. That means here velocity is distance 1 meter, time 1 second, means 1 meter per second. What about here? 2 meters to 3 meters distance travelled in 1 second. Here also distance travelled 1 meter, time 1 second. So here also we can assume as similar. Now that velocity at everywhere is 1 meter per second. Then if you are asked that when you are moving from the origin towards this straight line, then what is the change in velocity? Everywhere velocity is 1 meter per second. Means in equal intervals of time it travels equal distances. So there is no change in velocity. Such motion is said to be uniform motion, velocity constant. In these cases, when there is no change in velocity, since velocity is constant, in these cases acceleration will be 0. So the term acceleration is applicable when there is change in velocity, then only acceleration is there. So when there is a change in velocity, the motion is non-uniform motion. Here we taken the example of uniform motion where velocity constant, their acceleration is 0. When velocity changes, that motion is non-uniform, then only acceleration is present. That means the motion where acceleration is present are always non-uniform motions. Remember this term, accelerated motions are non-uniform. Okay, accelerated motion is always non-uniform. So when we are discussing about acceleration, we are discussing about non-uniform motion. There is no case of uniform motion present. Now here we discuss about acceleration where there is a change in velocity with the time. So change in velocity means final velocity minus initial velocity by time interval t2 minus t1, which also can be written as delta v by delta t. Delta v is v2 minus v1, delta t time interval is t2 minus t1. This is acceleration. Now here we consider a non-uniform motion along x-axis. This is origin. Here these are the positions, and here the body started at origin. And again I am reminding you that there is no such a restriction that body has to start only from origin. It may start from anywhere. Just origin is the reference point from which the motion can be observed. So here we are letting that the body starts from origin. So now when this body starts at origin with a initial speed, let it be 1 meter per second. Now after 1 second its speed will be 2 meters per second. The speed increases to 2 meters per second. At 2 seconds speed increases to 3 meter per second. Here 4 meter per second. Here 5 meter per second. Now body started at origin with an initial velocity. The velocity at t is equal to 0 seconds is called initial velocity, and after 4 seconds its velocity is 5 meter per second. So velocity increased gradually. Now here we will write acceleration, and again we will discuss when that acceleration is constant, when that acceleration is not constant, then what we have to do. When acceleration is constant, how to write the equations. When acceleration is not constant, how to write the equations. Here at 0 seconds the body started with 1 meter per second velocity. After 1 second it reaches to 2 meter per second. After 2 seconds 3 meter per second. After 3 seconds 4 meter per second, like that. Now let us take an example as take t1 as 0 second and t2 as some 3 seconds. Now at t1 speed is 1 meter per second, at t2 speed is 4 meter per second. Now if you are asked to find out acceleration, acceleration is v2 minus v1, 4 minus 1 by t2 minus t1, 3 minus 0. So this is 3 by 3. So acceleration is 1 meter per second squared. So this is the unit for acceleration. Why? Because when 4 meter per second minus 1 meter per second means you are subtracting 1 meter per second from 4 meter per second, then you will get 3 meter per second. So this is meter per second by second. So it becomes meter per second squared. That is the unit of acceleration. Acceleration is now here 1 meter per second squared. Now you can take any time interval. What about acceleration? If you take any time interval, here we consider 0 seconds and 3 seconds. Now if you take t1 is equal to 1 second and t2 is equal to 3 seconds. Here at t1 speed is 2 meter per second and here it is 4 meter per second. Now acceleration, that is v2 minus v1, 4 minus 2 by t2 minus t1, 3 minus 1, 2 by 2, 1 meter per second squared. That means at any time interval acceleration is 1 meter per second. You can consider any time interval. Acceleration is uniform, means acceleration is constant. The motion in which acceleration is always constant, that motion is said to be uniformly accelerated motion. That motion is said to be acceleration constant. Then motion is uniformly accelerated motion. That means here speed, for every 1 second, speed increases by 1 meter per second. At 0 seconds it starts with 1 meter per second. At 1 second it is 2, speed is 2. 2 seconds speed is 3. 3 seconds speed is 4. So for every 1 second, how much amount the speed is increasing? 1 meter per second it is increasing by. So speed is increasing by constant amount. For every 1 second it is increasing by 1 meter per second. So speed increases constantly. So that change is called acceleration, and that change is constant. There is a change, but that change is constant. Change is called acceleration. That means acceleration is constant throughout the motion. That motions are said to be uniformly accelerated motion. Now remember, this is not uniform motion. This is uniformly accelerated motion. Since it is having acceleration, motion is non-uniform. Even though motion is said to be uniformly accelerated, but since acceleration is there, motions are non-uniform. Remember 2 points. Here, if you draw velocity time graph, now at time 0 second, here 1 meter per second is there. Next 2 meter per second, 3 meter per second, 4 meter per second, like that. If you draw a graph, VT graph, then for this is a velocity time graph for this motion example. Here, according to this axis, at t is equal to 0 second, speed is initially 1 meter per second. That means body starts with 1 meter per second. After 1 second, its speed is 2 meter per second. Okay. After 2 seconds, its speed is 3 meter per second. After 3 seconds, its speed is 4 meter per second. Now, the graph is a straight line. Now, for this graph, anywhere you can take the slope. For example, if we consider the slope for 2 seconds to 0 second, slope for 2 seconds to 0 seconds interval, then here the slope is, this one is V2 minus V1, that is 3 minus 1, this is 2, 3 minus 1, V2 minus V1, and time interval is also 2 minus 0. Now the slope is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So here for VT graph, this is VT graph. Now for VT graph, slope is, formula is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Here on y-axis, velocity is taken, on x-axis, time interval is taken. So y2 minus y1 is v2 minus v1, since it is y-axis velocity taken. x2 minus x1 is replaced with time. So it is v2 minus v1 by t2 minus t1. What it gives? acceleration. So the slope on VT graph gives acceleration. Here, since this is a straight line, you will get same slope everywhere. For example, here in between 2 to 0 seconds, the slope is for V2 minus V1, this is 3 minus 1 by 2 minus 0, means 1 meter per second squared. Now for this one, if you write for this one here, this is 4 minus 2 and this is 3 minus 1. Again it will be 4 minus 2 by 3 minus 1, 2 by 2. Again it is 1. That means everywhere slope is constant. That slope gives acceleration. So acceleration is constant. Velocity time graph for acceleration constant is a straight line. This is said to be uniformly accelerated motion. Okay, here this acceleration where time interval is considered, that acceleration is also said to be average acceleration. There is negative acceleration which is called retardation. So it is not a separate physical quantity. Generally, retardation means when acceleration is negative. What we are discussing acceleration as change in velocity with the time interval. So here, if final velocity is decreased than initial velocity, let us take V1 as 3 meter per second and V2 as 1 meter per second. This is during 1 second time, this is in 3 seconds. Now acceleration. Here acceleration is V2 minus V1, 1 minus 3 by T2 minus T1, T minus 1. Time interval is always positive. Why? Because in nature, time always increases. It never decreases. But here, speed decreased, velocity decreased. So 1 minus 3 by 3 minus 1. This is minus 2 by 3 minus 1 is 2. Minus 1 meter per second squared. This is acceleration and this is negative term. Negative acceleration is called retardation. That means minus A is 1 meter per second square. This minus A is called retardation. So when speed decreases, then it is said to be retardation. When speed increases, it is said to be acceleration. Now either acceleration or retardation, change in velocity by time interval. Dear students, velocity, which is a displacement by time. When displacement is negative, definitely velocity should be negative. When velocity is negative, then while calculating accelerations, you will get negative terms. That means acceleration may be positive, 0, negative. So here positive means speed increases, velocity increases. Acceleration positive means velocity increases. Acceleration 0 means velocity constant. Acceleration negative means velocity decreases. And sometimes in the same direction, if velocity decreases, then it is negative. and sometimes when direction is taken into account, then also we write acceleration negative, even though there is increment in velocity. Velocity increases, but still acceleration will be negative. When velocity increases, what we learned? Acceleration is positive. But still what I am saying, even though velocity increases, acceleration would be negative because of direction. Why? Because velocity depends on direction. If direction is reversed, velocity may be negative. When that velocity is negative, you will get acceleration as negative with respect to the reference point. So here for these three, already we discussed how velocity increases in the one direction, so acceleration becomes positive. In the same direction, if velocity decreases, acceleration negative. Taking this formula into consideration, velocity constant, same values for v1 and v2, then acceleration 0. If v2 less than v1, acceleration negative, speed decreased, body getting slowed down, so that speed decreased means acceleration negative. But here what I am saying is that even though velocity increases, but still acceleration value is negative. So there are particular cases, then we will discuss just one example when we write acceleration as negative. Once again I am telling you, in one direction, in the same direction, if velocity increases, positive acceleration. If velocity remains constant, acceleration 0. If velocity in the same direction decreases, acceleration negative. But again acceleration we wrote negative when direction is reversed here. Just a small example here we are considering. Now this is the origin, 1 second, 2 second. Here time intervals we are considering in seconds, but actually in realistic they are in minutes or hours, and the velocities are given kilometer per hours. So remember that here body starts with 1 meter per second, thereafter here it is 2 meter per second, 4 meter per second, 5 meter per second, or we can take in an order 3 meter per second, 4 meter per second, 5, 6. Okay. Now the body turned, it takes U-turn. Now here it is having 6 meter per second and stopped, again comes back. Here it reaches a speed 2 meter per second. Here it is 3 meter per second. Now since the direction is reversed, so these are negative values. Okay. Here when you are writing for acceleration, this is 5th second. When it turns back, this is 6th second. This is 7th second. Now if you are asked to write for 7 seconds, then this is 7th second. Acceleration you are asked. Here since this is turned back, acceleration, final velocity 3 meter per second minus initial velocity 1 meter per second. But here this 3 meter per second velocity is in opposite direction. Now from here to this point, this is minus 3, and if it is comes to rest and again started, this is minus 0. So minus 3 minus 0 from 7 to 5 seconds. We are writing from 5th second to 7th second. Okay. Now here it started from rest. We can take like that 3 meter per second minus 0 by 7 minus 5, which is minus 3 by 2. This negative term doesn't indicate acceleration is decreased. This negative term indicates acceleration is in opposite direction. Even though here speed increased, remember speed increased, but direction is reverse. That's why acceleration is minus 3 by 2. So acceleration term may be negative, but not because of decrease in velocity, since direction is reversed. There it is, due to negative direction, we can say it as negative acceleration only, but not retardation. Retarding means something is opposing the motion of the body, so that its speed is decreasing. That is retardation. When the body slows down, that is retardation. But here, even though speed is increasing, but still we are writing acceleration as negative. That means even though speed increases in this direction, but since direction is opposite for the initial motion with respect to the reference point, then we are writing acceleration as negative. So these are the three conditions where we get acceleration positive, 0 and negative. Remember those points. Now we discuss equation of motion for accelerations. Then here we are writing for uniformly accelerated motion. Uniformly accelerated motion we are discussing about. What is uniformly accelerated motion? Acceleration constant. Acceleration is there, but it is constant. When you get acceleration, when there is a change in velocity, means acceleration constant means change in velocity is constant, means velocity changes constantly. That means in first second, if velocity increased from 1 meter per second to 2 meter per second, now 1 second to second it will be 3, means 2 to 3. Second to second it may be 3 to 4, means for every 1 second how much amount velocity is increasing? 1 meter per second. That means that increment is constant. So that change is called acceleration, means acceleration is constant. So for that uniformly accelerated motion, we will write equations of motion. Equations of motion. Now what are these equations of motion? Already you came across these equations of motion in your lower standards. There V is equal to U plus AT, S is equal to UT plus half AT squared, V square minus U squared is equal to 2AS, and Sn is equal to U plus A into n minus half. So these are equations of motion. Then what is this? V is equal to U plus AT. What are the terms indicates in these equations? u initial velocity, v final velocity, t time interval. It is not a time, it is a time interval. Means if body starts from 0 seconds and if it moves to 7th second, then the time interval is 7 seconds. So that is a t. A is obviously acceleration. Okay, and here Sn, this is the distance travelled. Here S is displacement during this interval from 0 seconds to 7 seconds. If body travels 15 meters, then this is that S. But whereas Sn is distance in nth second. That means here I am showing you the difference between Sn and S. This is 0 second and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. Body started here at 0 second and moves to this point. So this is some 14 meters, just we assume. So here this is some 2 meters, this is some 6 meters, this one is some 9 meters, this is 12 meters and this is 14 meters, like that, just assume. So from 0 seconds to 1 second, body moves to 2 meters. 1 second to 2 seconds, 6 meters, like that. Here in 4 seconds, what is the distance travelled by the body? In 4 seconds means 0 to 4. That is t. Okay. So t is 4 seconds. Then S is 12 meters. Right? Now, when 3rd second is over, from 3rd second to 4th second, this interval is 4th second. From 3 seconds to 4 seconds, that gap, 3rd second completed and until 4th second is completed, this gap is called 4th second. During that time, distance travelled is 9 meters to 12 meters. This is 3 meters distance. So 3 meters distance is travelled in only 1 second, but that second is 4th second. Okay, this is only 1 second interval, 3rd second to 4th second. This is 1 second interval and this time interval is 4th second. So when 3rd second completed until 4th second is completed, the gap is called 4th second. Means if this is n minus 1, this is n, then this is called nth second. And this 3 meters is called distance travelled in nth second. Remember. So for that particular time interval, then here n is again 4, Sn is 3. It appears t 4 seconds, but n not 4 seconds, it is 4th second. So remember that difference. So here this is the distance travelled in that particular nth second. So the expression for that Sn is u plus a into n minus half. These are equations of motion. Now this is the simple expression, v is equal to u plus at. So that is how this expression is. V is equal to u plus at derived. Very simple format. As we know, if u is initial velocity, v is final velocity. Initial velocity means at the time of start, velocity is u, that is called initial velocity. When it travelled for t seconds, then after t seconds, means here this is t1, you can say this as t2. v2 is v, right? Started from 0 second and time interval is t seconds, that means t2 is t seconds. During start of motion, it starts with initial velocity u, and then after t seconds its velocity is v. According to acceleration, final velocity minus initial velocity by time interval. So here this is a is equal to final v minus initial u by t2 t minus 0. So this is v minus u by t. Now this is t is time interval. Here we are writing t. T time means it is an interval. So v minus u is equal to at. V is equal to u plus at. Okay. This is velocity. V is equal to u plus at. Next, we can derive S is equal to ut plus half at squared from graphical method, and we can also derive it from average velocity concept. So, average velocity concept, what we know is average velocity is equal to displacement by time. If this is time interval, displacement by time interval, v1, v2, which we are letting them as u, v. Then average velocity we can write for one dimensional motion with constant acceleration. If u and v are initial and final velocities, average value, generally we can write them as u plus v by 2. If you take two values and find the average, means u plus v by 2. So here from this formula, average velocity is displacement by time. Now here displacement is average velocity into time, where average velocity we can write u plus v by 2 into time. Since we derived v is equal to u plus at by 2 into time. Now this is 2u by 2 plus at by 2 into t. This is a displacement. Now here 2 get cancels. U into, taking t into the brackets, ut plus, here this is 1 by 2 at into t, at squared. So S is equal to ut plus half at squared. Again I will explain you graphical method also. Later I will explain you graphical method. There is another derivation for it which is important. So using graphs we can find easily. Now again, once again I am explaining average velocity we can write as displacement by time interval. Initial velocity we can write as u, final velocity as v. Average of these two values we can write as u plus v by 2. Now from this expression, average velocity into time gives displacement. Then average velocity can be substituted with u plus v by 2, where already we derived v is equal to u plus at. Then this becomes u plus u 2u by 2 plus at by 2, taking 2 as common, into t. Here 2 get cancels, t taking into brackets ut plus half at squared. So this is displacement, s is equal to ut plus half at squared. Now we will derive v square minus u squared is equal to 2as, which can also be derived from s is equal to u plus v by 2 average velocity into time, which already we wrote so far. Now here, since acceleration is v minus u by t, we are writing all these equations for a constant acceleration. All these equations are used only when acceleration is constant. So here we can write t as v minus u by a. Now rewriting this expression as s is equal to, this u plus v can also be written v plus u. If it is u plus v 1 plus 2 or 2 plus 1, whatever it may be equal, into t. T is v minus u by a. v minus u by a. Now this is in the form a plus b into a minus b, which we can write v square minus u squared, a squared minus b squared by 2a into s. Now this is v squared minus u squared is equal to 2as. Dear students, when we are writing s, remember, for all expressions here I am replacing s as, this is v is equal to u plus at, no need of writing s. Here s is equal to ut plus half at squared, where s is final position minus initial position. This is a displacement. When you are writing displacement, keep in your mind that for writing displacement you need only two parameters, final position, initial position. This will be ut plus half at squared. Similarly, v square minus u squared, 2a, yes means final position minus initial position. So remember, when you are writing for displacements, their final minus initial position, right? So these are the three equations of motion when acceleration remains constant. And one more equation is there, Sn is equal to u plus a into n minus half. Okay, so before going to that expression, here if a problem is given as a body is moving with initial velocity some 10 kilometer per hour, and after a time interval 10 minutes it is moving with a retardation minus, retardation means negative, 2 meter per second squared. Then what is its final velocity? Then from the formula v is equal to u plus at, since it is moving with 10 kilometer per hour minus, this is kilometer per hour, this is in minutes, this is in meter per second squared, Then what we have to do? We have to convert these terms into kilometer per hour. Why? Because this is kilometer per hour. Again this term will be in kilometer per hour. Acceleration 10 minutes. Minutes is 1 by 60 hours into time. Why did we write here negative term? Since their retardation is given. Now retardation is 2 meter. So 2 meter means kilometers, converting 1 by 1000. 1 meter is equal to, here I am writing 1 kilometer, 1000 meters, then 1 meter, 1 by 1000 kilometer by second squared, by second. Second means 1 by 60 minutes into 60, then it becomes hours, means 1 by 3600 hours. So this is kilometer. This is kilometer per second squared, per second squared. This is hour squared. Now this is kilometer per hour squared. Now look at here, 10 minutes, 10 into 1 by 60 hours into kilometer per hour squared. Hours squared cancels, it becomes per hour. So kilometer per